Hello, everyone. I'm Frank on the lake. So I'm Frank, and there's the lake. So I picked up this me journal over at Barnes and Noble. I thought it was kind of cool. So thought I'd do a little reading out of it today. Okay, so at random, question number 1. Have you ever had your tonsils removed? No, I actually have not had my tonsils removed, and I've been suffering sore throats and strep throats ever since then. Let's see here. Do you like to take naps? No, I don't. Once I'm up, I'm up. I'm not a big nap taker. I can't sleep during the day. Just not something I've ever been able to do. Let's see here. Have you ever created an imaginary friend? I don't believe I have, but that doesn't mean I didn't when I was a kid, and I just don't remember it. Do you commonly get car sick while traveling? Absolutely 100% I get car sick when I travel. Anytime I get in the car, no matter what, I have to have the window rolled down, even if I'm not driving. If I don't, I will literally hurl all over the place. It's pretty horrible. But if the window's down, I'm usually pretty good. Let's see. Have you ever had your wisdom teeth removed? No, not professionally, at least. I lost this wisdom tooth in an accident. But the other 3 are all still in. Haven't had any problems with them. Do I think about getting them removed? I do. But so far, just haven't had the guts to do it yet. Let's see here. Do you usually include a greeting card when giving a gift? Ooh, that's a good one. Not typically, no. Not saying that I haven't before, or I won't do it in the future, but no, typically I don't do that. Do you depend on your Do you depend on your profession for emotional well-being? Probably not. I'm not even sure what that means, to tell you the truth. My emotional well-being is actually not too bad, and I don't think I really depend on anything for that. Let's see here. Have you ever attended a family reunion? No, not really. My family reunions usually happen during any of the holidays. Have we ever had an official family reunion where we had t-shirts made up and the whole 9 yards? No, not quite. Not saying that it won't happen. But no, I have never attended a family reunion. Have you written a will? Yeah, believe it or not, yes, I have. I have written a will. Let's see here. How many weddings have you been in? Let's see, aside from, mine, 1, 2, 3 weddings. I've actually been in 3 weddings. Believe it or not, before I got married, that was the first wedding that I had ever been in when I got married, which came to find out was pretty unusual. Usually people are in weddings before they actually participate in their wedding. So let's see, what are the questions we have here? Let's see here. What is the angriest you have ever been? Ooh, that's a tough one. I think that would take a lot more time than I care to share on this video right now, but we will come back to that one. I'll mark it down. How much sleep would you like to get in an average night? Typically I sleep about 6 hours a night, sometimes 5. When I do sleep in, I sleep in at about 8, but on average, I would say I go anywhere from, 7 is a pretty good number for that. Let's see here. Estimate the number of times you say I love you per week. Wow. Probably, I would have to say at least 20. At least 20 times I say I love you. That would be a good number to go with, I think. Let's see here. Your ideal hug would last how long? That actually depends on the person. My ideal hug, I think, lasts probably about 4 seconds. A good, nice long hug, though, I think goes about 10 seconds. After 10 seconds, it kind of gets a little weird. But that depends on who you're hugging and what the situation is. I think I would hug somebody much, much longer at a funeral. I probably would hug somebody much, much shorter if it was a friend I haven't seen for a long time. And if I was congratulating someone, probably hug a little bit longer. Saying goodbye to my fiance, Claudia, I definitely go hug longer than 12 seconds. But it really depends on the situation. Let's see. What part would you most likely play in a band? Well, let's see. I am definitely a drummer, and I've played drums in many bands over the years, especially when I was a teenager. I would like to sing. That'd be great. But you know what? My melodious voice, not so much. Can't really carry a tune. Not the greatest thing in the world. Let's see here. How long does it normally take you to get ready to go out? That depends. In the morning, not very long. I would say I'm showered and dressed within 20 minutes, 25 minutes maybe, and I'm ready to go. Typically, depending on where I'm going, if I'm just going shopping, like 5 minutes at best. If I'm going out to eat, maybe a little bit longer, but not so much. I'm usually ready to go. What disease are you most fearful of contracting? Holy crap. Well, I know that typically everybody would probably say cancer because that's kind of the average thing. But one like a flesh-eating disease, that would be pretty effing horrible. I've seen some other disease like Huntington's disease is pretty bad. There are a lot of diseases out there that are really effing horrible. And personally, I don't think I would be content on any one disease being pleasant. Here we go. This or that. So this is kind of interesting. So they have these things that says it's this or that. So this, let me see here. Short stories or long novels. This or that. Short stories or long novels. I'm going to go with short stories. I do like short stories. Granted, long novels, I can do it, but short stories, much better. Let's see here. A yard or a terrace? Well, considering the fact that I don't live in Europe, I'm going to go with a yard. I like having a nice big yard. Unfortunately, right now, that's my yard back there. Still not frozen in December. Hopefully, maybe a little bit later this month, we'll freeze up. No science or no religion? Ooh, that's a toughie. I'm going to have to go with no religion on that one. No science would be interesting, but I think no religion would be a better way to go if I had to make a choice. Table or booth? Now, that's a no-brainer. Always get the booth. You always have to get to a booth. Every time I go to a restaurant, I get a booth. Every time. What do we have? Crossword puzzles or Sudoku? Oh, my God. If my dad was here, he would be like, Sudoku all the way. Sorry, no. I'm more of a word guy. Crossword, definitely my forte. Math, not that I can't do it. But it's just Sudoku never really got into it. Okay, what do you have? Boat or a plane? Let's see. If I had to travel somewhere, boat or a plane? I'd probably do a plane, actually. I mean, don't get me wrong, I really like boats, but plane, definitely, I'm somebody who, I really like to drive, and I really like to do the driving. So being out of control, it seems like a plane, I can handle a lot more being out of control in a plane than I could be in a boat. Because a boat, it would take a really long time to get there, and there are all kinds of horror stories on traveling on boats. So yeah, I'm definitely going with the plane. Let's see. Host a party or attend a party? There's benefits both on that one. Hosting a party is great. You're the host. It's in your comfortable, familiar space. However, everybody leaves. You're stuck with all the cleanup usually, and usually everybody's in the kitchen. Attending a party, not too bad either. You can leave whenever you want. You can trash the place, and you don't have to worry about it. I'm going to go with going to a party. Let's see here. Twin brother or a twin sister? Holy cow. Well, I have 2 younger brothers, so I've experienced that. So you know what? I'm going to have to go with the twin sister. No doubt about it. No offense to my younger brothers. Let's see here. Asking questions or answering questions? Wow. If I had to pick one or the other, I'm going to have to say answering questions. I definitely like answering questions. Asking questions, I do like that too, but I think I'd be better at answering questions. Let's see here. Lakes or rivers? Ooh, I'm definitely going with the lake. I am Frank on the lake. I'm living on a lake. I think I'm going to have to go with the lakes. I do like rivers, but lakes, pretty cool. Whole milk or skim milk? Holy cow. How about no milk at all? The only time I drink milk is for cooking. I don't even drink it. I just use it for cooking. I can literally make, if milk stayed good, I could make a gallon of milk last a year if it actually stayed good. But if I have to choose between whole or skim, definitely whole all the way. Staying up late or sleeping in? Well, I'm not really big on sleeping in, so staying up late, I'd have to go that route too. Lectures or debates? I'm more of a lecture person. I really like attending lectures. Debates, not so much. I'm not really big into listening to 2 people argue back and forth. Kind of bothers me a little bit. I definitely like going to lectures, though. Magic show or stand-up comedian? Ooh. Last stand-up comedian I saw was Andrew Dice Clay at the Fox Theater. While it wasn't a bad show, I don't know. It was fun. The last magician I saw was David Copperfield. So I'm going to have to go with Magic. David Copperfield, that was pretty cool. I enjoyed that a lot. Pants or shorts? Oh, that depends. I'm going to have to go with pants on that one. Quality or quantity? Well, there's no argument there. It has to be quality. Quantities, it's great and all, but quality, there's definitely something to be said for quality. Be rich or be famous? Ooh, that's a tough one. I'm going to go with being rich. I think I'd much rather be rich than be famous. Not that either or would be bad. I can see the downside to either or, but definitely if I had to pick one or the other, I'm going with rich. Let's see, East Coast or West Coast? Oh, I am definitely an East Coast guy, no doubt about that. I like the West Coast. It's fun. It's sunny. Lots of Bigfoot sightings out there, but East Coast, definitely more of an East Coast person. Eating too much or eating too little? I'd say I'd probably go with eating too much. If I had to pick one or the other, I can handle eating too much more than I can handle eating too little. That's a good one. Work on a team or work alone? Ooh. I actually enjoy both. I work very well independently, but I don't mind working with a team. There's something to be said about working with a team. It builds character, builds self-esteem, and when you do accomplish something, you have other people to celebrate with. So I could go either way on that, but if I'm going to go with one, I'm going to say working alone. Vegan diet or a low carb diet? Oh God, neither sounds appealing. But quite honestly, I just cannot do the vegan thing. I mean, not that I have anything against vegans or vegetarians. I mean, to each his own. But holy cow, do I like steak? Do I like pork? Do I like chicken? Yes, 100% I do. There's just no way I could do vegan. So I'm going to have to go low carb. However, I do like my bread, but low carb would have to be the way for me if I had to choose. Ballet or opera? Never really could get into the ballet. I do like the Nutcracker. It's fun on the holidays. I get it. I like it. But opera has so much more to offer At least I feel. I mean, don't get me wrong, I do like the ballet. However, opera, I just think it's incredibly powerful music and incredibly powerful stories. And I don't even have to know the words. I mean, the music and the atmosphere is just incredibly moving. So yeah, definitely going to go with an opera. Let's see here. How about PC or Mac? I definitely use both. Let's see here. I'm going to have to go with PC on that one. No doubt about it. I mean, don't get me wrong, I like Mac, but, you know, PC definitely better, I think. Phone calls or text messaging? Phone calls or text messaging? I am going to go with probably phone calls. If I had to pick one or the other, I'm going to have to go with a phone call. I like texting, and texting is very useful, but nothing misinterprets emotion and intention like texting. I don't care how many damn emojis you use. Texting, no. Phone call, definitely direct. I can hear your voice. I know the tone. I can communicate much better. I'm going to have to go with phone all the way. Well, guess what? We're going to wrap up this one here. So the Me Journal, check it out. You can find it at Barnes & Noble. Actually pretty cool. So this is me, Frank on the Lake, signing off, and I will see all of you very, very soon.